Hello, hello. Nice out here today. I saw David in there too. We'll let people filter on in. Oh, I don't know. What did we get last time? We had what, 10?
I think I'm not
10 or
even.
11.
I don't remember.
We had a few people show up last time. That's all right. Because we just started going back live. And I know being around 2 o'clock, 2:30 is not the greatest time for everybody. But the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorillas.
Mhm.
Hello, hello. I thought I had you guys as a moderator.
I
Why do
don't.
I not? There. Now you should be. I was gonna say
I'm
you
not
guys
really
should
there.
have already been. But I guess it's been there long since we've been live.
Forever.
Forever. I know. Well, I used to go live all the time whenever I was doing the blacksmithing thing. That's when you could still go live from your phone before you had 1,000 subs.
And then they cut you off.
And then they cut me off because I didn't have 1,000 subs. That's when it's weird. The channel was still just Ivy's Forge.
Many moons
Yeah.
ago.
How many times have we changed the name?
No, no, not we.
All
You.
right. Yeah.
All you.
So what's going on, folks?
Yeah.
I want to go live this month for no shave and talk beards or whatever. Blah blah. I missed what they said. Says your channel to get
Yep.
some.
For the month of no shave.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not shaving.
No more. No more. No more. You get creepy when you shave.
Storm tracker. Yeah.
Very creepy when you shave.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It don't look
I
good.
can't do that again. Not shaving. But yeah, I don't mind going live. Um,
Mhm.
if you want that, because it's doing stuff from the house. On a computer to where we can be in more of like a group live. It's still difficult because where we are at, the internet is still not the greatest. Um,
But we're back at the school right now.
yeah, so right now, we come into town because we got to pick the girls up from school, and we utilize the phone to go live just to help with our watch hours and whatnot.
Yeah, we get here about an hour early. To 30 minutes to an
Yeah,
hour
30
early.
minutes to an hour. Yeah.
And it's crazy enough. We're not the only parents here in line. Um, there's still,
One,
we're,
two, three, four,
yeah,
4 or 5 cars. Yeah, it's surprising that there was that many people here.
there's
There's
like
four,
way
five,
before us.
5 cars, and there's already a car behind us. So
So, yeah, it's,
nuts.
nope.
So yeah, as people filter in whatnot, we'll talk about stuff because we do have an update for the property.
Yeah.
But we're
Hmm.
gonna we're gonna wait until at least the 30-minute mark on that. So
Hmm.
as people get their notifications or whatnot or filter in, we'll kind of wait on that. But we do have other things we can talk about. Right, the bathroom renovation that I've been working on. We already got part one to that.
So he laid down all the tile nicely, filled all the cracks in,
Yeah,
and
with the grout. Yeah,
as he was finishing all that the next day, yeah, he checks in. There's a crack, so he
yeah. I got
fills that out.
four tiles that are cracked.
Yeah, so there goes
But
that. He's like, well, what do we expect? It's a little boat.
yeah, I already knew that the floor wasn't perfectly level, so and it's kind of like a hairline crack that goes through the center of the tile because basically the tile's not flat and it's gonna flex. Plus, they're really thin. The
Hmm.
tiles themselves are only what 3/8 of an inch thick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're cheap. They're cheapo tiles that we got from Home
Hmm.
Depot.
Yeah,
Was
they
it
were
Home
on
Depot?
sale at
Yeah,
Home
they were in
Depot.
a clearance because they're discontinued tiles.
We got a bunch of boxes.
And yeah, so we were able to get enough tile to do both bathrooms for,
It's about $70. It was about
well, that's with the
70.
tools and everything. So that's for the grout. That's for
Yeah.
just the tile alone wasn't 70.
Well, it was what, 58 cents each, I think, or something like that.
It was,
It was cheap.
yeah,
It
they
was
were
very
cheap.
cheap.
It was, I thought they were less than 50 cents.
Mm. Gypsy Manana says not enough
But
mortar.
yeah,
Oh, we lathered
no,
it.
I put a
We
lot. Because you're using the 3/8 by quarter trowel, and it's the full length of that 3/8 trowel as I was putting it on. So it had,
Mhm.
and I back buttered every single tile, so it had plenty enough mortar. It just for whatever reason, and it even sat up for 2 days before I even walked in there to do
Mhm.
anything for the
Yeah.
um, for the grout, right? The tile itself, the thin set had set up for 2 days before I went in with the grout, and it still, I had one tile crack, basically the first step that I took in to the bathroom, and then the other three had cracked later. As I've been going in there, setting the toilet in, because the area where the toilet is at is perfectly flat, because the toilet
Mhm.
before it would rock a little bit,
Oh yeah.
and now it sits great. It is what it is. It's regardless, even with the cracks, and like I said, they are very fine line cracks.
Very thin. You can't even
It
tell.
is hard to see,
Yeah.
especially with the color, because the color of the tile was like that slate gray.
And then we make sure it doesn't cut anything, and it's
Yeah, and
just smooth and
there's no sharp
sharp edges.
edges.
Hmm.
Um,
So that's a plus. And it's not carpet, so when you
that,
get out, you're not going to be dripping water on
yeah, yeah,
and
it's not.
soaking it right through the wood and everything. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, the carpet and that pad that was underneath, because it was like a foam style pad underneath it.
It
It was
was
almost like a sponge. That thing was just so full of water. It was just, I had rolled it up in the carpet so it wouldn't drip as I was taking it through the
yeah.
house. That's how much water was in it. It was gross, but
But it's not. It's easy.
uh,
It's easier to
yeah,
maintain. A lot easier.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Here's here. We got kids. Got a
Hey,
couple. People
let's see
came
who else
in.
is.
Oh, yeah.
Good evenings.
Uh-huh.
For
Cut
good
the crack
evenings
with your
this afternoon
Metabo
here.
and
So,
diamond disc and grout the lines. Huh.
yeah, because that's what because there was majority. I was only able to lay roughly one full row that wasn't cut in one way or another, and
Mm-hmm.
every single tile other than that, I had to either cut a notch out for
Mm-hmm.
something or
Yeah.
cut because of the wall.
The wall or the cabinet
Yeah,
that was in the way. Yeah.
but no, it's even with the cracks in it, it's fine. It's still, for one, 100% better than the carpet,
Yeah.
and two, it is still. I mean, I not to say that it's because it's not my house type thing. We do like to leave the project 100% better than what it was, which is, for one, already going to be better than what it was with the carpet. But two, we tried to be somewhat perfection. Um, so I am very disappointed that the tiles did crack, but
Yeah.
it's in a sense, it's kind of like you get what you pay for. So we pay for the cheapest of the cheap tile,
Mm-hmm.
and it was on clearance.
Mm-hmm.
So just think of going to the store and picking out the cheapest ceramic tile that you can get, and then putting it down on an uneven floor. Yeah, so it's gonna. Yeah,
Yeah.
most are always cuts. And
Yeah. I'm just happy if you're kind of protecting the integrity of that floor.
yeah, because I was also able to lay down, another layer of plywood. Is the exterior rated plywood, or OSB is decking, is what it is, the roof decking, and so that definitely helps with that too. Hello, Wayne. Hello.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's to me is already. I mean, we're happy with it, even though it does have the cracks. We are happy with it, and
yep, like I said, just protecting the integrity of that floor, especially the carpet shouldn't be in the restroom.
and it does help too that it's
now when you're taking the kids a bath or the dog a shower and they jump out of there and water everywhere. You don't want water on the carpet.
Yeah, and
so
which I mean we will get a nicer, the bath mat to lay down. Which I want to try the stone one. So I've shown that to her. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but it's like a stone that you can lay down. It just soaks up all the water.
I know, but then it's like saying, where does it go?
It goes into the stone.
How is a stone sponge?
Yeah. Because I mean, I've seen like the ads and stuff like that for those, and I don't know if you guys have ever tried that. Let us know, down in the comments, or if you're watching this later, or over in chat.
It's not on a cement floor. It's actually on it's on a piece of plywood.
Outside. So the bathroom, it started off with just the chipboard flooring, the underlayment that you normally would put down a pad, and then you're putting down whatever else. So I didn't, because I know that for a lot of like tile, especially on a budget, you can use the exterior rated plywood to lay that down. And normally you want it to be, was it 5/8 of an inch?
I think so.
But the only thing they had was a 1/2 inch. So I do know that it's going to move a little bit, which also would cause cracking. But the floor that was already down there, it really didn't move that I've noticed that much, other than being not flat. It had.
It was not flat, and
bows and dips in it.
We put the fan in there, and it took a couple of days for that to dry off because
there's a section right around the toilet.
Around the toilet was wet.
Yeah.
So it took a while. Yep.
It wasn't damaged to the point that it needed to be replaced.
It was just wet.
It was just wet. So I wanted that to dry before we put down the other plywood.
Yeah.
But if you've seen the video, you get a chance to kind of see that. Where that was, and I did put down like a leveling compound. It was a patch compound, just to level out that spot right in front of where the toilet was, because that was, it was over an inch, dip that was there. So I actually had to put that down in two layers just to get that flat again.
So tell me why we had to go twice to Sims or to the Ace Hardware store. Someone thought we had the same toilet in both restrooms.
Because so we've had issues. So with the well, right? When we'll talk about that here in a second.
Yeah.
Still having issues with the well, but the toilet in the master bathroom, the flapper on it doesn't seal sometimes, and it just sits there and constantly runs. And then whenever it does that, it takes up all the water from the well. So that's one of the big issues we still have with the well, is that it dries out. Even with all the rain that we're having, it's still drying. So I've been in and out of that toilet, looking at the flappers, looking at the stuff that's in there. I want to also replace the fill valve, because the well itself, it still doesn't have any type of filter systems. So any type of debris, mud, any of that such, as it's drying out the well, it's coming into the house, going into the toilets, going in, to the sinks, going into the different things. But I never looked into the bathroom toilet of the one I'm working in to see if it was the same. And it's not. It's actually the 3-inch flapper, not the standard, was it 2 1/4 or 2, whatever. So it's the bigger one. And yeah, so I had to return the kit, and
Mhm.
they don't have the full kit for the big size, and it's because both toilets were the American Standard toilets. They both looked the exact same, but inside the tanks are different.
Mhm.
So they look the same on the outside, but the inside they're not.
So Vanilla was saying, he was talking about the you needing cement board next time
Yeah, it's
because he would learn from his lessons.
yeah, most definitely.
Hmm.
Obviously, like I was saying, if it was our house or the house that we're going to build, um, I would not be using plywood. Just for this project and a lot of the projects that we are here, since it is a temporary living space, that we're trying to do it on a budget, right? We're trying to save money. That's why we're doing it. It's
Hmm.
still right in a sense, but not perfect. It's not, you know, the the way that I would do it in my own house. It's still leaving the space 100% better than what it was in comparison. Because the house we're actually in now is
Hmm.
it's my buddy James. It's his dad's place,
Hmm.
and he went back down to Texas, but it's still his house. And a lot of things that we're actually doing in the house, I don't even think he knows that we're even doing it.
You might have some changes when you come back,
So
but they're for the better.
yeah, so if you get a chance to see any of these videos or the lives, then yeah, we're updating the house, and it's going to be a lot better.
Just a couple
Even
of
though it's not
places.
even though it's not because there are different standards, right? You have a lower standard and a higher standard. Um, Obviously, if you have the money, you always want to go with the highest standard you can because it's better to pay that upper price once and only do the work once by paying the lower end multiple times because
Hmm.
you're having to go back every so often and repair it and such. You know,
Yeah.
that's how we are. We would rather do it once, and we will be doing it. The higher priced way with our house.
It'll just take a lot of saving.
But yeah, it's
It
going
was
to take obviously the longer
just,
longer to do, but
yeah. Hmm.
it is what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what the bathroom. We talked about the well,
The well, yeah.
which the well itself is still good. It's just running out of water, even though we've had rain,
Lots of rain. But it was
lots of rain.
it's the one that was due because of that toilet sticking.
Yeah,
Yeah, the toilet was sticking. And then it was my fault too because I took advantage of there being a lot of rain. So I washed. I
yeah,
washed a lot of clothes.
yeah,
And it's not your normal like once a week wash. Like I washed the clothes and blankets and sheets like
yeah.
all in one day. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, she did like 4 loads, right?
It
It
was
was
like
like
not
four,
four, it was three
three,
loads
4. Well, you also
in
ran the
one
dishwasher,
day.
so
Yeah,
take
3 loads in one day and the washer, so the dishwasher.
yeah, and it
Yeah,
took all the water.
for a little bit. But then we recouped some of
Yeah,
it at nighttime for everybody to shower. So at least there's that, that
yeah,
at least, there's still water seeping in to the well. So that's
yeah.
awesome. And that just leads us to digging the
The
ditch.
ditch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's for the
Mm-hmm.
city water. So we still plan on
Mm-hmm.
connecting the house to city water, the house that we're currently living in. Because even though this is a temporary residence, we still plan on being there for a good some time.
And it doesn't only just benefit us, it's
Yeah,
going to benefit whoever else is going to live in,
yeah,
in that house as well, so
yeah,
that you can obviously use the well for anything, and then up to some point
yeah,
switch over to the city water when
yeah.
you need it. So at least it'll be nice for you to
Yeah, because one of the
have
ways that
that option.
I plan on connecting the city water to the house,
Hmm.
there are going to be different valves and such. That way, the well itself it does have one of the frost free hydrants in it, and it doesn't have a way of securing that hydrant from the house.
Hmm.
So on the opposite side of where it gets its water from the well, I want to put a valve there That way, that can be turned off. The water going to the house can be turned off from the well, but then it still allows that frost-free hydrant to be used when you're using the city water. So that's one of the things we're going to do. And but what Gladys was talking about, right, is we're not the only people that plan on living in this temporary location. Who else plans on coming up to live there?
The parents. So right now, my parents are in the process. They have a potential buyer. Cross our fingers here. A potential buyer for some property that they own in Mexico. But once that gets sold, that's when they'll be coming on up here. We'll be bringing them up here, whether it be Thanksgiving or whenever. But mom and dad, they've been prepping already, packing, getting rid of things for when that day comes. And we just want to make sure, that the water, like we said, the well or the city water, whatever there is, make sure it covers for all of us.
Yep.
So we're all able to shower
because right now we're a family of 4, and then 5 including Willow, right?
So you just take Navy showers pretty much. Rinse, water
get
down,
wet, turn
water off, shampoo, body wash, everything you need to do. Put the water back on
and then
rinse it off. So that everybody's nice and clean without having to waste the water. So we're constantly monitoring the pressure outside and how much water there is in the tank, and just for now, just to
because the tank that's in the well is 85 gallons, and then the switch that's on there is a 40-60, so it's the minimum of 40 psi up to 60 psi.
All right, have fun at work.
All right, David. Yeah, one of these days, because I know you're down in Texas, that if we may or may not be able to swing by and at least say hey, and such, and then Simple Life Reclaimed, hello.
Oh, but hey instead of hey.
Hey, that's hey. But and it's definitely thanks to Mel to kind of get back into my head about going live, to help with the watch hours. So I definitely thank you for
definitely
for knocking around some brain cells to say, hey, this is what you need to do. You need to do it. That's definitely appreciative.
That's what we're doing. We're prepping for the parents to get here. And make sure we're all situated. Everybody gets their needs met on basic necessities, especially flushing toilets.
Because I definitely want to make sure that both toilets are
good to go, are
able to flush, and that they're not leaking. Not leaking the water. Plus, adding 2 other people showering.
That's exactly why. Because as soon as they get here, they'll be, taking over the room that we're in. I know I said, a lot. Taking the room we're in.
All right. So that's my word. Almost every single video, as I'm going through, especially when it goes to like a transition, I'm like, all right. I think I need to get a shirt that just says, all right. 12 Stone Ranch in the house. Hello.
And so, without further ado,
so
we do have some news on the property.
On the property.
We were supposed to close. We were thinking
yesterday.
Yes, we were thinking Friday, but they told us Monday, yesterday, Halloween. Come to find out, a lot of people were supposed to close yesterday, and
what did it say? 8? I think there was 8.
Yeah, I think it was 8.
8 properties within our area that was supposed to close.
And
none of them. I don't think any of them closed.
No. So we didn't close either.
Nope.
They thought we were going to have an easy, it was going to be an easy sell, paperwork, and that was it.
Out of the 8, our paperwork was like the smoothest selling. Everything was just going, and then
a bump in the road.
all the other properties are like, well, this has an issue, this has an issue,
Yeah.
so they knew that they weren't closing. And then they got the ours, and they're like, yep, easy peasy. And then right at the last second, they're like,
Yep, that Friday night they messaged
not closing,
us.
going into probate.
Yeah. So why do y'all think we're going to probate? Y'all might want to know here is that.
So, or do you even know what that means to going into probate?
Yeah. So what does that mean to go into probate?
It's
Oh, let's just summarize it.
means we're not closing.
Yeah, right. So the property that is trying to be sold right now by this individual, she doesn't have the right paperwork to sell the property. Her parents, her mother signed off the transfer to her.
Yeah, transferred the property. So
Transferred, yes.
it was her parents' property.
Yes, but the problem was that the parents were divorced.
Yeah.
And the father had passed away.
Yeah.
So when they were doing this paperwork, everyone seemed to have missed that part, and they thought all the paperwork was all set to go.
Yeah.
But the problem is that since they were divorced and he had passed away, she couldn't transfer that property to her daughter. So we were like, oh,
yeah.
Now they have to go through the court, go through probate.
Right.
But it has come.
Yeah, because the mom wasn't on the title. It was the dad that was on the title. He passed away. The mom transferred the title to the daughter,
but they were
to get it in her name. Mm-hmm. But it was the daughter's name and the dad's name that was on the title.
So yeah.
So that's basically where that was.
And right now the title company did let us know. They told us, that she is the only child.
Yep.
So it should be easy, and it should be easy for the judge to sign some paperwork and get this all straightened out. So we are hoping that.
All right, Wayne.
We're hoping that. When do we close to you?
Thanks for dropping in, brother. So as of right now, fingers crossed, they have our scheduled closing for the 11th.
So that's what we're hoping for.
So it's and normally, like, if you go into probate, it can take up to a year and a half.
Yes. We looked it up
to go through everything for them to go through and dig and such, especially if there's multiple children involved with that, because you don't know if the father willed the property to another child or to someone else. But the person that is selling this property, she is the only kiddo from the parents from that marriage. So that's basically the one thing that they got to get signed from the judge. But then the kicker to it also was the death certificate from the father.
Yep. It was so the death certificate part of that is that they never filed that with the city, right? With the
county.
With the county, they never filed it.
What up, Troy?
They have
howdy.
They have this death certificate that now needs to get filed too, but they're not much worried. They're not too worried about that because that's more of an easy thing to do. So yeah, we have these little hurdles that we're going through, but we're getting there day by, day at a time.
It's the journey. Everyone says it's the journey. You enjoy the journey every day.
Yeah. And, every day we're like, it's going to be today. No, it's not going to be
today. But that's, I don't know. It's, I guess, the Halloween spirit of whatever. I don't know. Halloween's our favorite. Like we were excited to close on Halloween.
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
And even though it was Halloween morning, we were excited to be able to close on Halloween. And they're like, nope.
Psych.
Pump your brakes.
But yeah, it is what it is. We already got plans.
One of these days we will look back on it and laugh it up.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things too that we're really wanting to get into the property sooner than later, is because we are respecting our friend, with not having people over to the house unless it's like family, like
Yeah.
blood family.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Mom and dad, my mom and grandma, a cousin. He was gonna come, and then something changed, and he didn't come.
Mhm.
But stuff like that is fine.
Yeah,
Not
definitely
not
gotta respect other
Yeah,
people's
not
property.
saying that our YouTube family is not, close to our hearts and such, but we're
Hmm.
still respecting, our friend's
Yeah,
wishes because it's his property, it's his place,
and we're
and
very thankful that
we're very
he's letting us
thankful
stay there.
that he's
Yeah.
letting us stay there as long as we need to get all of our stuff,
By the way, we saw some
scheduled.
deer this morning.
Yeah, we did see some deer.
Yay, we saw some deer.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were over by a
yeah, they got a
feeder.
few feeders set
Yeah, a
up.
few feeder. So they were by one feeder. I was, paying bills, and Anson's like, "Hey,
I
hey,
said, "Come out here,
come out
hurry up!"
here, hurry!" I'm like, "I gotta put my sandals on," like an old lady. But there we go. So
Yeah,
yeah, we're getting ready for that too. Hmm.
yeah, because we really wanted to get onto the property before the end of hunting season, just to be able to either put up some cameras or just
Hmm.
be able to look and see what was going on, there at the property,
Yeah, definitely.
but and it's
As well as to kill. I mean, to cut the grass and everything like that,
kill
while
bugs, yeah,
the
and all that
bugs go to hell for
stuff. Being cold.
but it's still not cold outside, and so we're like,
Yeah,
yeah.
just like everyone else, we get these cold snaps that comes through, kill stuff off, and then like today it's warm. It's
Yeah.
over 70. I don't even know what it is right
It was
now.
nice and chilly this morning, and now it's like 77,
Yeah, and
and
it's
now I'm
it's
like
warm right now.
boiling in a sweater. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But yeah, we are gonna get there. We do want to have folks over, for dinner and just to powwow and such. And I do know that we're gonna get a chance to see, some folks this weekend for a birthday party.
woohoo!
And
I don't know whose birthday is it. Whose birthday is it?
and well, I know Mel has already talked about it, so I'm pretty sure she's fine with this. But it's their middle child. It's her birthday, and I think we're going
I don't know. She's gotta let
to
everybody else
yeah
know.
to another
We're
place.
just going somewhere fun.
Yeah, it's a fun place, and because I think the other kids have already been there as well, which I know she's talked about that. So,
Hmm.
which looks exciting, and I know that our girls will truly enjoy that
Oh yeah, especially the
and
little
such,
one.
and but I do know at some point we're gonna have to get out to the 41.36, and even possibly with Willow,
Mm.
because I know that she would really love to play with the other dogs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. The big goofball is
the big
7 months
goofball.
old.
Yeah. And they say may just be having it there instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's fine too.
It don't matter anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere would be fun.
All right. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you got our number, so you can definitely just give us a buzz or shoot us a
Hmm.
text, and that's one thing that we love. And for us, being local to our local community that's here, is we love our YouTube family. But then if we get a chance to meet you in person and such, we're going to take down your phone number because we would rather just talk to you,
Yeah.
instead of messaging or going through, YouTube to say like, hey, what's
Hmm.
up? What's doing this?
Yeah.
What's doing that? It's like if you need
Yeah.
me, call me. That's the
Please.
thing, because I get bored sometimes, especially waiting on this dang property
Yeah. You do get bored.
to close. I'm just like,
It's
come
like, get out of
on.
the house. Go away.
So, but we are working on projects. We still got the bathroom that I'm finishing up.
Hmm.
We do have the other bathroom that we do plan to work on.
Yeah.
We already talked about that. We're still working on the deck. We've already done part one
Of the deck. Yep.
of the deck of the demo, right? So that's another project we still plan on finishing.
Yes. Yep.
Just we kind of wanted to wait to see because we only had so much money from the sale of the house
Hmm.
in Virginia to be able to utilize. And now we already know what our numbers and everything are. So now we kind of know what we have for a spending limit.
Yep. So you can replace the deck that we
for projects
destroyed.
here, and then also for some beginning projects at the other property, so we kind of know what's going on. And then other than that, it's just going to be shoving some pennies to savings here and shoving some pennies to savings there, and just start doing stuff, because we're going to have a humongous demo project coming up.
Oh yeah, we are.
But we're not going to spill those beans yet.
No, we're not. It's
not until we get the property.
It's not on my bullet list.
No.
Yeah, because I like to spill the beans a lot.
Yeah.
When it comes to our fun stuff here.
Yeah, she's like spill the beans too fast.
And he's like, no, you got to let them wait a little bit. I was like, but it's so awesome. They must know what you're doing.
They must know.
They're like, no. I was like, okay. I was like, then just give me a little tab list of what Gladys should not say.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, okay. Yeah. So I have to keep y'all, in the dark until y'all see it.
Yeah. Yeah. And whenever it comes time to actually go to the property, I do want to try to set up a premiere, because that's one of the things that we've never done here at Ivy's Family Factotum is do a premiere. So I would like to do a nice long video. Probably won't be like a full hour, but a nice long video of the property, get some aerial shots, just some of the different things that we're going to have to do there immediately, and then a few projects that we've already talked about doing down the line.
Yeah.
And then kind of we're still going through the different house designs.
Yeah, we are. But for sure it's going to be a one floor home.
Yeah, it's definitely a one floor home.
We're getting old. Our parents are getting older, and it
is kind of like a multi-family, because it's going to have her mom and dad, my mom and grandma. So it's there's stuff that we've all talked about. That, so that's not spilling the beans for anything, but it's the plans have changed. So right now we've got 4 different designs.
Yeah,
something like that. Four different designs.
Yep. So it just depends on the layout of that property. The property once it's all cleared out, and then we'll go from there.
It's. I know that we can always bring in a dozer, or we can always bring in equipment to make it what we need, but we're also trying to minimize that. So we're making different designs, doing a bunch of different things, and then we're gonna try to suit the design of the house to the actual layout of what the land is, with very minimal need to bring in equipment.
He said, you never called, you never right. You don't bring him flowers, you need to bring him flowers next time.
I know, my bad. I love you, brother.
And then they're having a premiere tomorrow, apparently.
Yeah, so, premieres are good, and I know they're good. We just have never done one. So just be able to get, because I think that doing a premiere that our internet at home would still be good enough for that, because I can join in to other people's live shows and be able to sit there and chat, and it keeps up with that. But anytime that we try to go live or actually go into the live with the camera, because like I went on to MT Homestead's Sunday shout out, and I kept dropping out, kept freezing. But to watch a live and be in the chat and doing all that, it's just fun. So I know that we can do that from the house.
That's definitely
Gotta head out, getting set up for Bible study tonight. God bless. Keep on keeping on. All right, brother.
Bye.
Definitely appreciate you for dropping in. But yeah, it's almost time.
Yeah,
be picking up the kids, but we can sit here and
buses have rolled in.
Chit chat a little bit longer. Yep, buses are rolling in. We got a whole big line of people behind us.
Hope y'all had a lot of candy from last night.
Yep, I hope everybody's Halloween was a memorable one.
Yeah,
we didn't dress up.
Not this year.
Sometimes we dress up. We love to dress up.
We do sometimes
for Halloween. Not we like dressing up for Halloween. I'm not trying to put out our secrets to anything else. So.
But yeah, it's true though.
I'm not a furry. All right, I am furry, but I'm not a furry. If you
Mhm.
understand.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we went to a couple of places here. Actually, we went over to yeah, we went over to some neighborhoods.
yeah,
That had a
well,
lot
yeah,
of
we went
candy.
to a different town
Yeah.
to go trick or treating, and one of the neighborhoods we went to was it was like a steep road. I mean,
Oh
my
yeah.
legs were killing me
Yeah.
by the time we got to the top.
Hmm.
I won't.
I knew it. Yep. That's what
Yeah,
everybody's gonna say. I knew it. You are a
yeah.
furry.
Well, I mean, I am the bearded yeti, so.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Shh. All right.
But yeah, you went up. You went up the steep hill with your tongue sticking out.
Yeah. Oh, we were all dragging.
We were. The kids
Well,
were tired.
this one had a little one pulling her everywhere. So
Oh yeah, she did. She wanted to go into everybody's house. She wanted to spend the night at everybody's
yeah,
house. She wanted to grab more than one piece of candy. Yeah.
the kids, what they dressed up as?
We had one dressed up as Scream. Yeah.
Scream.
We
Yeah.
had another one dressed up as one of the
Which he
witches.
modified his mask. He had some other stuff that he did to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we had another one dressed up as a witch and another one as a
Yeah.
fairy. Hmm.
Yeah. And the witch was actually from
Sabrina's uh
I can never
the
remember. Yeah.
Sabrina Teenage Witch, but
The
it's the newer
the
the
newer version.
Netflix. I think it was the Netflix version of it. Yeah.
Yeah, she had the dark green dress and all
Hmm.
that. It was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't really do any type of makeup, like face makeup,
No.
this year.
Not this year.
Because I know for me, right, I'm like a big steampunk person. I love. I don't think I've ever really put that out on YouTube,
No.
but
Yeah.
and I don't really have a lot of stuff anymore, like what I
Hmm.
used to. But doing the whole everything, the top hat, the cloaks, all this. I love steampunk. I really enjoy it. Just the ingenuity, the engineering, the
Hmm.
all the different gears and such. And there's one because it's a kind of like a blacksmith oriented
Hmm.
steampunk
Yeah.
thing
You have
that
it on your
I want to
picture.
make. Yeah, I do have a picture of it
Yeah.
on my computer, and I really want to make it really bad. I
There.
do know that there's going to be some things that I need to find to be able to make it. For instance, one thing I will need is like one of the old school. Um, it's almost like the cylinder milk container, like the tall ones, like the 2 foot
Okay.
one, because it has like the flare at the top with
Hmm.
a cap. Um, I'm pretty sure that they were milk containers, but they're smaller. I mean, they're only
I don't know.
like 8 inches round.
So with that in mind, so
Yeah.
Halloween is over with and everything for us. Today is the day of the innocents, and tomorrow's the day of the difuntos,
Yeah.
or um, Dia de los Muertos, as some like to call it, Day of Dead. But after that, you have Thanksgiving, and then we have Christmas, right? So I told
Mhm.
him that in another couple of years, I want to commission someone to create a steampunk Santa Claus costume
Yeah.
for my bearded Yeti here.
Yeah.
Because his beard is only going to get whiter,
Yeah.
and he does look like Santa Claus during Christmas time. So
I look
what?
like Santa Claus all the time. What are you talking about? But
So
yes, I do want
I mean,
a
it'd be nice.
steampunk inspired
Santa Claus
Santa Claus
suit.
suit.
And I want to get it commissioned so it's done well, you know, not your Walmart brand Santa Claus suit. I,
Yeah.
I want a real, a nice suit that he can be proud of to wear
Yeah.
every year for Christmas, so all the little kids can take pictures, or so you can just,
Yeah.
you know, I think it'd be cool. I don't know what ideas y'all think if y'all think that's a great idea or not, or I'm just crazy.
Yeah, because I think I've only ever seen that once
Yeah.
of a steampunk inspired Christmas Santa.
Yeah.
But
I think it'd be
yeah,
awesome.
oop, cards or
Yeah.
phone. All right,
Yeah.
but I think we're gonna go ahead and
Oh yeah, they're about to call.
start to roll out
Roll
because
call.
we're getting up to where we're gonna be picking up the little one. We always get her first. They let out the elementary first, and then we gotta wait for the other two because we also pick up our friend's kid because they
Anaya,
she
Ivy.
she takes all the kids in the morning, drops them off in the morning, and then we pick them up in the afternoon.
Yep.
So, but then it also gives us the opportunity to come into town to chit chat with y'all.
Yeah.
But I definitely appreciate you guys for coming in. Everybody that was able to support, and just know that we will be doing Tuesday talks or talking on Tuesday.
A lot more
Whatever
often.
I did
Yes.
this. So yeah, every Tuesday we're gonna try to come in, and it's either gonna be 2 o'clock or 2:30. I will always put it out the day before whether it's gonna be 2 or 2:30 because it really just depends on what we have going on in town before we get here.
Or how much
All
news
right.
we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think
I don't see my kid.
they haven't pulled her out yet. There she is.
There we go.
But all right, we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye.
We had
We'll
a
talk to you
really,
later.
really bad day. I don't know. We're tired or sugared up.